Welcome, everyone. Dr. Thor here with some more Gnosis. Well, I'm going to do a review here of the two worst radionic machines of 2022, and you'll be able to see these pieces of junk here. You know, it's really shocking the kind of garbage that's been put out in the last actually 10 or 15 years. I mean, it's the lowest level stuff. I mean, in the past, radionic equipment had some validity, and at least they tried. You know, people like Bruce Copen, while I'm not a big fan of his circuits, he had well-made machines. And he's the last one to really do it other than myself, who always tried to bring things up with quality radionic tools, put in high-quality hardwood cabinets using the best type of materials, gold-plated copper, gold-filled wire, all the things that we do to make what are very standard circuits into something that is much more profound. Of course, we're even past that now as we move into high levels, but people have no idea what they're doing. They have no background, and they don't seem to seek out knowledge from an organization like this. And the expert in the world that I am, the only person to have a doctorate in subtle energy physics, the occult sciences, and the advanced sciences. So all of this, which includes a doctorate in radionics. And I've been studying this for now over 55 years, the general area with specifically making and building radionics for over 30 years. So I was the first one to introduce metaphysical radionics to manufacture them. So, but I mean, the junk that's out there, and people, you know, I'm not going to review these on the public, because people seem to think that this is some sort of ad, and they support these people. And remember, everybody else's products just are inferior to the highest degree. They're tachyons. It's all junk out there, unless you're buying our tachyon neutrino graviton cells that you get from a radionic tech. All the other stuff is junk. Don't waste your time on it. It's a con artist, basically, energies that are nothing more than expensive placebos. There's no energy there. And we get the same thing from the junk that's out there. So, finding out which units and reviewing them is very, very important, so people know. But the problem is that if you want to see our reviews, just like the opening of our actual different machines out there, and of course, this will be kind of an opening of a machine as we show you these units in depth. And if there is anything to open, we will open them in our reviews and show you the guts of it. As we are going to show the guts of all of our machines, we have recently released a simple roof drown type radionic unit, and we show you the actual guts of it. This is what's in it. And of course, that's what most radionic machines have of any quality. And the key of course, is using your actual amplifiers. If you don't have a tube amplifier, where are you? Who told you that you didn't need that? That's just ridiculous. And you need to be transmitting. And of course, you need a good dial system if you're into that, or a good symbolic with energy that's flowing through it. So we've got to keep that in mind of what all this is and define it once and for all. And what you've got out there is complete junk. People selling very expensive units with little computer on the front of it, little sharp computers like they've been doing for 30 years. That are nothing more than putting numbers into an antenna. It's kind of a joke. So the whole idea is that you've got all this junk out there, and you have nobody who is doing anything of value except radionic tech. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you're using the numerous tools. Well, underneath here there's two of the worst machines, and of course one of them is right here. Let's give you a little sneak view there. These will be on Patreon and all access only. If you want this kind of stuff, I mean, these machines aren't free. How do you expect it? Well, of course, you want free information, right? You're a YouTuber. So the whole idea is all this that comes with it is a requires a lot of time, energy, and work, and plain and simple money. So these are going to people that support the organization. If you're not a Patreon member, make sure you join. You should be a member of All Access, so you can access our 3 schools, our 3 libraries, and huge amounts of training. We have the largest radionic site on the planet with the most training, huge amounts of information there. And of course, check out our new courses coming up soon, our subtle energy physics, our gnosis course, and of course, our radionic teaching courses as well. All of this will be ready very soon. They're almost complete. But knowing what's good and bad and why is very important. So buying a placebo piece of junk for hundreds of dollars is totally up to you if you want to play that game, but you don't understand what real radionics are, and few people do. Mixing Hertzian fields and radionics together, all this is all the errors. We're never going to get anywhere until we define what it is and start making products that really work. And of course, that's what Radionic Tech does, and only Radionic Tech. So if you're interested in seeing the worst, one of the worst machines, but actually there's 2, we're going to show you 2 of the worst machines produced this year and probably ever. I mean, this is some of the most biggest junk you'll ever see, and you have to be careful of what you are buying out there. And we'll be showing you many others. All the cheap crap that's been put out there for years, we'll be taking it apart, and so many things. But as I said, things have fallen to the worst lower denominator. Why? Because everybody knows that there's, quote, nothing in radionics machines, so they're giving you nothing but crap placebos. But it is not that simple. There is a whole bunch of things going on in these non-electric, non-Hertzian energy machines that these people are unaware of, haven't done the research. And of course, why bother train yourself? None of that would be done. And why seek out proper information? Just sell crap. So all of that is something that people need to check out. So if you want to see this, what's in the guts of many machines, and we're releasing these things slow but sure, and you'll see exactly what's in all these famous machines. We've already done this with a Hieronymus machine, and we will be doing it with many other ones. Well, not a copied piece of junk by a lunatic Hieronymus machine. We will be showing you the other ones as well. So as time goes on here, you'll be seeing that. And of course, we are making replicas of a lot of these machines for historical purposes and for testing purposes, which will be available to the public. But we're also coming out, of course, with a whole new line of empowered tools. Everything is changing. And of course, we're going into using what these are really all about, informational energetic fields, which are not Hertzian in nature. So you need to keep that in mind. So all of that is coming up. So check it out. Join Patreon, and you'll be able to actually see the biggest turkey's piece of crap I've ever seen out there made that we're going to see. Well, I don't know if they're all junk, which you get for most of them. Or, you can get a machine that they have stickers on it, and they have a dial that goes around stickers because they're so professional in a plastic little box. Ooh. So the whole idea is this is the kind of garbage and the low-level stuff. Oh, maybe you want one of them Michael's little boxes that you get for $3 that they put dials on. This is the kind of level of professionality that's out there in this field, and it's really sad. But, the entire world is permeated by these kind of stupid technologies and poor construction and idiot engineering. I mean, this is the kind of things that permeates our entire society. And, of course, that's why we have so much junk out there. Well, things don't work. Regular, foolish, infantile, pretty much completely retarded so-called theoretical physicists who feed the world with their feces, of course, start this trend. And, of course, they hand their junk off to a bunch of idiot engineers that build a bunch of junk. But at least engineers have to have some sort of working model. Kinda. You can just have a placebo machine that does nothing and there's little lightsy on it. So this is all part of the problem that you run into. So this should be very educating for those that get it. But information, education, and anything that has value is not given for free. So make sure you become a Patreon member. Make sure you become an all access member. Find out all this great information. Empower your life. It's a minor investment. If you don't support the right people, you get what you get. And the radionic metaphysical industry in general is full of a lot of very bad people, and they have very bad technology. I guess that's appropriate. I guess, the world kind of does work because of that, because they really have nothing to offer, and who they rally around are the worst stooges on the planet. So it's really sad. But you don't have to be part of that. You have to support an organization that knows what it's doing, and it's a very minor amount of monetary support to make sure you get the best technology that will change your life. It will save your life. And in the coming hard times, those people that have radionic technology will be those that survive and prosper. Until next time.